Hey everyone, welcome back to my landscaping journey. So you can probably tell that I've been adding massive amounts of dirt to try to level out this slope area I have here because I am making a large paver patio area that will surround my deck as well. I would definitely say the most important step is to prepare the soil to be as solid as possible by tamping and watering down and repeating. I did this for about 5 days straight. The last thing you definitely want is for your patio to cave in or sink, which you can do over time. So I took a little bit of extra time to prep the ground. Next, I wanted to visually measure out where the patio would end. So I laid out a few pavers. The last row of pavers will be supported on a row of cinder blocks. Then I did the same thing on the other side. After that, I was able to establish the corner blocks and make a level string line to set the other cinder blocks in place. So now that the border wall is established, I'll go back and backfill and tamp the ground again to make sure it is level and solid. I had a few more pavers laid out so I can get a visual idea of how the gaps would look like, but now I gotta move them all back and they are heavy. They are like 90 pounds each, so very tiring. The ground is officially ready for the next step. Going to lay down a layer of sand, which will be under the pavers. Also, I forgot to mention that when I leveled the ground, I did leave a very slight slope. It should help with water drainage. I ended up using about 25 50-pound bags of sand, which is quite a bit. It's like my personal little beach area. So I started laying the first row of pavers. These are 24 by 24 inch pavers, 2 inches tall. They're very heavy. There's about a 4-inch gap that I'm trying to keep in between them. Later on we will fill the gaps with rocks. Also, the other reason why we decided to do a 4-inch gap is because that's the exact size of a brick that we can put at the ends to keep the rocks from falling off the side. I will show the bricks later on in the video. So once the first section was laid out, it was starting to look real good. So now what's left is that walkway that goes on the other side of the deck. Now looking at the edge here, you can see that I installed the 4-inch brick, which closes the gap perfectly and will keep the rocks from falling out. We use smooth white marble rocks to fill the gaps. This gives a good contrast and it matches the trim of the house. Like always, I got ahead of myself and I forgot to put down the weed barrier under the rocks, but that was done later on.